Mastering microservices security best practices. Microservices without distinct, aligned security requirements are ticking time bombs waiting to destroy your organization's security posture. Why must each microservice have its own distinct security requirements that are clearly defined and understood, and how do these individual security requirements align with and support the overall organization's comprehensive security posture, ensuring that all microservices operate in harmony with the organization's overall security strategy? Each microservice should have its own distinct security requirements that are clearly defined and understood because they operate independently and interact with each other in complex ways. These individual security requirements are essential to ensure the overall security posture of the organization, as a breach in one microservice can have a ripple effect and compromise the entire system. To achieve this, each microservice should have a dedicated security owner who is responsible for defining, implementing, and maintaining the security requirements of that microservice. This security owner should work closely with the development team to ensure that security is integrated into every stage of the microservice's lifecycle, from design to deployment. The individual security requirements of each microservice should be aligned with and support the overall organization's comprehensive security posture. This can be achieved by implementing a security framework that provides a structured approach to managing security risks across the organization. The security framework should include policies, procedures, and standards that define the organization's security objectives, risk tolerance, and compliance requirements. Each microservice's security requirements should be documented in a security design document that outlines the security controls, processes, and procedures necessary to protect the microservice from unauthorized access, use, disclosure, modification, or destruction. The security design document should also identify the potential security risks and vulnerabilities associated with the microservice and the mitigating controls implemented to address them. The security requirements of each microservice should be regularly reviewed and updated to ensure they remain aligned with the organization's overall security posture and comply with relevant laws, regulations, and industry standards. This can be achieved through regular security audits and risk assessments that identify vulnerabilities and weaknesses in the microservice's security controls. To ensure that all microservices operate in harmony with the organization's overall security strategy, a centralized security management system should be implemented to monitor and manage security risks across all microservices. The centralized security management system should provide real-time visibility into security incidents, vulnerabilities, and compliance issues, enabling quick response and remediation. Additionally, a culture of security awareness and training should be fostered across the organization to ensure that all developers, engineers, and operators understand the importance of security and their role in implementing and maintaining the security requirements of each microservice. In terms of alignment with the organization's overall security strategy, each microservice's security requirements should be aligned with the organization's security objectives, which should be based on the organization's risk tolerance, industry best practices, and compliance requirements. The organization's security strategy should provide a clear direction and guidance on how to manage security risks, respond to security incidents, and ensure compliance with relevant laws and regulations. Furthermore, each microservice should be designed with security in mind from the outset, using secure coding practices, secure communication protocols, and secure data storage and processing practices. This should include implementing secure authentication and authorization mechanisms, input validation and sanitization, and encryption of data at rest and in transit. Regular security testing and vulnerability scanning should be performed on each microservice to identify vulnerabilities and weaknesses in the security controls. This should include penetration testing, code reviews, and configuration compliance scanning to identify areas of weakness and ensure that the security controls are operating effectively. Finally, incident response and disaster recovery plans should be developed and implemented for each microservice to ensure that security incidents are responded to quickly and effectively, and that the microservice can be recovered quickly in the event of a disaster or security breach. In summary, each microservice should have its own distinct security requirements that are clearly defined and understood, and these individual security requirements should align with and support the overall organization's comprehensive security posture. This can be achieved by implementing a security framework, defining security requirements, conducting regular security audits and risk assessments, implementing a centralized security management system, fostering a culture of security awareness and training, and ensuring that each microservice is designed with security in mind from the outset.